Amy, let's talk about social media policies. As employers, are there some things that we ought to look at to include in all of our social media policies?
Absolutely. There are some common elements. Probably the most important common element is the harassment and discrimination statement. And what that is it would just say something simple like, just as we don't allow harassment and discrimination in our workplace, employees can't use social media to harass or discriminate against other employees, whether they're online at home or using social media from their office. The other common element is a disclaimer that follows along with Section 7 of the National Labor Relations Act. And what that disclaimer should say is something to the effect of, we allow social media, it's not prohibited entirely. While we expect you to behave on social media, in no way does this policy inhibit your ability to engage in collective action or any action for the mutual aid of other people, concerted protected activity, and that's the standard under the National Labor Relations Act.
Well, what about electronic use policies? A lot of employers have policies that dictate the use of their electronic equipment. Should this social media policy be a part of that electronic usage policy?
If you had asked me a year ago, I would have said that's fine. It doesn't need a separate policy. It could just be a sentence or maybe a paragraph as part of your general electronic usage policy. Today, however, I would tell you that social media has gotten so prevalent and so many people are using it at work and at home and on their smartphones and all the time that it really needs to be its standalone policy to make sure that all employees understand the standard that the employer is setting forth.
Are there sample policies out there that are available to employers?
Certainly, we have a sample policy that we're happy to share with all of our clients. That's available, and then there are many, many other good policies. But each sample policy really needs to be specially formed for an individual business's needs.
Because they do vary from business to business, what their social media policy ought to look like.
Absolutely. Just like every other policy is dependent upon what kind of business you have and what your culture is in your business.
Well, if you have any questions or you'd like to see, take a look at our sample policy, we invite you to send questions or requests to questions@landrumhr.com.